Spin sequences good.
Hello again and welcome back to Storm Talk. Actually, welcome back to Abathur's Storm Talk. This patch just recently released some interesting changes for Abathur, so we're going to kind of go into that. So, let's start this. Abathur, the Evolution Master. You can read his backstory, take a look at his character model. I know we've already done this, so I'm going to kind of gloss over this. His trait is Locust Strain. He spawns locusts. Symbiote, Assistant Ally, and he gains new abilities. And Toxic Nest, he spawns mines. He also has the Ultimate Evolution, Clone a target allied hero, control it, and Evolution Monstrosity. Or Evolve Monstrosity, sorry. Evolve a minion or a locust into a powerful monstrosity.
Set up test. Will demonstrate.
As far as skins go, same variants. Master Skin with variants. I'm not sure if I showed Master Skin in his first video. You have Skeletor Abathur and Pajamathur. Which, how can we not go with Pajamathur? It's fucking adorable.
Stress test. Good. Executing.
So, to start with, mines are the same. As you can see, his locusts for Pajamathur are now like toy trains.
Must obey.
And Symbiote now has an unlimited duration, though it doesn't make you immortal. One, just look how cute that is. Pajamathur goes into like a little cradle, and it got what are those things called? I don't remember what those things are called. I'm gonna demonstrate that on a building though. This ability can now actually be used on Nexi, or the Nexus as well, to keep it alive. So, to demonstrate this, you have Spot Stab, Spike Burst, and the Shield. The Shield disappears when you leave. As you can see the new Abathur play hat for Pajamathur. There's like a stuffed bunny. Like, seriously, this guy's just adorable.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and toggle minions. Kind of display him in a fight. A really bad portrayal because I actually got a chance to set up mine beforehand. But you infest something, you go through. And yeah, like, it's kind of hard to display after any real. Look at his stats. He has 550 health, 1.14 regeneration. He has 18 damage. But he has 1.43 attacks per second, making him one of the faster melee attackers. But still pretty weak. Level him up. as you can see, his attack damage is only going up by 2 every level, as well as his health is only going up by 50. He's definitely not meant to be first line combatant. So at level 30, 2000 HP with a 4.2 regeneration, 76 damage. Like 76 is like starting damage for some of the characters. But as you can see, Toxic Nest and Symbiote do some nice little thing. Now,
Determining
I'd show you what
efficient
he does in combat, but it's not any different. He doesn't do anything. So let's go into his talents. Pressurized Glands. Increase the range of Symbiote's Spike Burst by 25% and decreases its cooldown by 1 second. Survival Instincts. Locust's health is increased by 30% and their duration is increased by 40%. Regenerative Microbes. The Symbiote Carapace heals the target for 67 health per second. And Envenomed Nest. Toxic Nest will deal 30% more damage over 3 seconds. If you're going really heavy support, Regenerative Microbes is a great thing. It heals you, and it's a shield, or it has the shield shooting ability. However, Survival Instincts is probably better if you're going for like an Assault Abathur, where you're letting your Locust do a lot of fighting.
Choose a talent.
At level 4, you have Prolific Dispersal, Ballista Spores, Sustained Carapace, and Adrenaline Overload. Prolific Disbursement. Toxic Nest gains additional charges. So, yeah, 2 additional charges of your mind. I guess it's fine. It's a 12-second cooldown. But sure. Ballista Spores increases Toxic Nest's range to global. This is an amazing little bit. You can set mines anywhere. You can even use mines to grant you vision to deep tunnel. Next, you have Sustained Carapace. Increases the duration of the symbiote's carapace by 50% and allows it to persist after symbiote ends. And Adrenaline Overlord. Symbiote host gains 25% attack speed. Honestly, like, these are all pretty good. Ballista Spores is probably your top general talent. Adrenaline Overlord. I'm gonna call it that at least one more time. Adrenaline Overload is probably better if you have maybe a heavy damage slow person, maybe like a Thrall or a Nova. However, I could definitely see that being amazing on somebody like Tychus. Because, oh yeah, Tychus, you're shooting at 1 attack every 0.3 seconds? Yeah, now 25% faster, please. Like, you literally just mow down people. Sustained Carapace would also give that heal, give the heal from Regenerative Microbes, and it persists after the symbiote ends. So you could pull off like a, let's see, it lasts for 8 seconds. So plus 50% more would be 12 seconds. So that's as long as the cooldown. Then you bump over, use another shield. Bump over, and like you can keep up an entire base shielded. But yeah, we're gonna go with Ballista Spores.
Choose a talent
For this one. Because let's be honest. Putting mines inside the middle of the enemy's base and being able to teleport there for no good reason, it's never a bad thing. It's probably always a bad thing, but it's never a bad thing. At level 7, you have Needle Spines. Increase the damage of the stab by 20%. Vile Nests. Toxic Nest will slow movement speed by 40%. Network Carapace. Carapace shields all nearby minions and mercenaries if it's used on a minion or a mercenary. And Call Down Mule. We're gonna go with Spine. For no real reason.
Choose a talent.
Next we're gonna take Ultimate Evolution. Clone a target allied hero. At level 13, you have Assault Strain. Locust basic attack becomes a cleave and they explode on death. Or Bombardment Strain. Their basic attack becomes a long-range siege attack. I pretty much preach Bombardment Strain. Assault Strain is nice, but Bombardment Strain make them range. This allows them to actually be useful against towers. And yeah, it's just downright good. It's also better against heroes because they're not all up on them. However, Baneling Strain is nice against heroes because it blows up in their face, and that's always fun. Next, you have Spatial Efficiency, whatever. Symbiote Stab gains an additional charge. And Soma Transference. The Symbiote Spike Burst heals the host for 20% per enemy hero hit. Again, we're going Bombardment Strain.
Choose a talent.
At level 16, you have Envenomed Spikes. Your Spike Burst deals movement speed damage, or 40% movement speed. Adrenaline Boost. Your Carapace increases the movement speed of the target by 40%. Locust Brood. Activate to spawn 3 locusts at a nearby location. 45-second cooldown. And Volatile Mutation. Ultimate Evolution clones and monstrosities deal 246 damage to nearby enemies every 3 seconds and when they die. Basically, this is whenever you use your ultimate, you're doing area of effect damage around yourself, and when you die, like you become a Baneling, basically. We're gonna go with Envenomed,
Choose a talent.
I guess. And yeah. Now, here's the scary part. Abathur now actually has amazing talents. Evolutionary Link. As long as Ultimate Evolution is alive, the original target of the clone gets a shield equal to 20% of its maximum health. That refreshes every 5 seconds. This means that you could clone your support and get double kills, and you're keeping your support alive. You could clone your main attacker. You're getting double damage and keeping your main attacker alive. This is amazing. Like, seriously, this is probably one of the best heroic versions, like one of the best storm upgrades in the game. After that, you have Hive Mind. Casting a symbiote creates an additional symbiote on a nearby allied hero. This symbiote mimics the commands of the first, and the second host moves. Yeah, if the second host moves too far away, it's destroyed. But basically, this allows your Q to be doubled up. However, it does seem to only work on allied heroes, so it'd kind of be stupid to show here. But in a team fight, this could be, like, literally, you throw yourself on, and you use Carapace. That's 2 of your heroes that you're healing, that's 2 spikes that you're shooting, and that's 2 bursts that you're exploding. Especially if you picked up, like, the Soma Transference, where you're healing 200 health per enemy hit. Now, I'm not sure how that would work, but if that works the way my brain wants it to work, that's each target would get healed by 200 per each that they all hit. So if you're in a team fight and you have 2 people on each side, you activate that and hit all 5 of the enemy team, That's 1,000 health to both of them. That's probably not how it works, but that's how I want it to work. So that's how I'm going to pretend it works, at least until we have data that proves how it actually works. But let's be honest, that just sounds sexy. And then you have Locust Nest. Activate to create a nest that periodically spawns locusts. Like, seriously? Now, originally Evolutionary Link used to increase the duration and reduce the cooldown of Ultimate Evolution. It doesn't do that anymore. No big deal. It does give a shield that equals to 20% of the target's maximum life, which is amazing. Without saying anything else, it is absolutely amazing. The problem is, we don't really have anybody we want to shield. We don't have anybody we need to shield. So instead, I'm going to go with Locust Nest. So, to demonstrate what Locust Nest does,
confirmed.
you put down a nest, and it pops out a locust. You pop down the second one, it dies. So, yeah, periodically spawns. The Locust Nest will periodically spawn locusts. I don't know how fast.
Yes.
It seems to be a little slower than you. Maybe I'm just... Yeah, let's actually try it this way.
Determining efficient route.
Okay, so now me and that locust nest drop them at about the same time. Okay, so it's based on the same 15 seconds that you are.
Must not delay.
So, let's go ahead and demonstrate this a bit in a fight. I have my locust swarm a little bit outside of the fight, so the minions will still go, but as you can see, just a handful of locusts completely destroy enemy minions. Like, just take out enemies in general. I can drop mines. I can... This guy was a bad choice. I can jump into one of my minions, give it some strength, and if all else fails,
Ultimate evolution.
I can become one of my allies for a minute.
Blessings upon you, friend.
Like, seriously, this is cool. And as soon as it ends, I go back to being normal Abathur, and I'm fine.
Acceptable. Must obey.
Hell, I can even move my nest up closer, so I can have a more constant stream of locusts. This time I set my locusts up to be stagnated, so every other, like, every couple of seconds it's me, then it's them, then it's me, then it's them. Okay, let's go ahead and reset that. Refresh the ports. Okay, so this time we're going to take a slightly more defensive role. We're going to focus a little more on our symbiotes. So we're going to go with regenerative microbes first off.
Choose a talent.
Next, I'm gonna say we don't really have anybody to buff. Like, I think this will work, but I'm not sure. So I'm gonna try it anyway. We're gonna go with Adrenaline Overload. Awesome, I didn't say Overlord. And I'll show you why in a
Choose a
moment.
talent.
For 7, I'm gonna say Network Carapace. That way I'll give all my minions a shield whenever I shield my minion.
Choose a talent.
And we're going to go with Evolve Monstrosity. Turn an allied minion or locust into a monstrosity for 60 seconds. When the enemy minion is near a monstrosity dies, it gains 4% health and 4% basic attack damage, stacking up to 30 times.
Choose a talent.
So, to demonstrate this, turns it into a monstrosity. I can also use Symbiote to control said monstrosity. And as you can see, Monstrosity's kind of strong. If I toggle some minions on, see I heal and let's go ahead and refresh those forts. Play those cooldowns. Turn this guy into a monstrosity.
Augmented.
Toggle minions. And every time I kill somebody, you can see I'm healing. As well as my damage is going. And I can just leave that target and or leave the monstrosity and let it do its own thing. In fact, it is a completely... Let's go ahead and turn off the minions for a minute. Completely viable strategy to just let that thing go off on a rampage. Just drop that in an allied base or something and go, hey, I heard that you like giant monsters. As well, let's go ahead and do that. We'll deep tunnel all the way over here. The range is pretty long. It's about as long as you can get, at least in this stage. So, it even has its own nice little map icon.
As commanded.
Like seriously, this is it's a fun ability. Like I don't want to say it's good because I really can't compare it to much, but it's fun. I can definitely say it's fun. Okay, continuing on. Level 13. I'm going to go with Soma Transfer. Because I am going to be controlling my monstrosity, I'm going to take its body over, blah blah blah.
Choose a talent.
And I'm going for Volatile Mutation. It deals 246 damage constantly. So as you can see, it has that little explosion. And when it dies, actually I might want to do this. It also explodes.
Must obey.
And at level 20, Evolution Complete. Increases the duration by 50%, and the monstrosity gains the ability to deep tunnel once every 30 seconds, which is Deep Tunnel's cooldown. So, this lasts 60 seconds with a 90-second cooldown. by doing this.
Acceptable.
Take over. Like, yeah, see, that's a minute of monster. However, with this upgrade, this guy now has the Abathur mount ability to deep tunnel, allowing him to go anywhere. As well, when this guy runs out, let's see here. In the time it takes for this guy to run out of juice, Abathur's regained. There we go. Abathur's... Oh, apparently not. I was gonna say Abathur's regained, but apparently the cooldown doesn't start until after it dies. So I am wrong about when the cooldown starts. So it's not gonna be like a free... No, you basically have a monstrosity up all the time. But at the same time, you can just drop your monstrosity and let it wreak house.
Must not delay.
Now, with the knowledge now that it does only work, like the cooldown isn't based around the idea of the creature, you can say something like getting Nest, for example, would be great. Symbiote would probably be amazing, especially with the monstrosity, because you're controlling your monstrosity, and then that would literally just give you the ability to have control of your monstrosity and still be symbioted. So again, like earlier, Abathur's not exactly the best for killing something outright.
Must obey.
I could just pull out the monstrosity. There we go, now I've killed something. Also, while Abathur, one of the big problems with playing Abathur is your monstrosity, where you don't get kills even if you killed something. However, your monstrosity gets you kills, so it's pretty good. Anyway, this was my Storm Talk on Abathur, the cutest hero in the game. Like, seriously, just look at that big eye and the pajamas. Like, that's adorable. So, anyway, I hope this was fun and informative, and have a nice day.